Alright, your underlying energy is the tower. Now, I'm not getting really bad vibes from this. Usually, when I see the tower, I'm like, "Ooh, somebody's going through some radical change, some change that they don't really want to do, but it's gonna start some stuff over, and they're gonna be like, I don't know." But anyway, underneath that, you have the Three of Swords. Okay, still not getting a lot of bad vibes from this, because of the Knight of Swords. Alright. I had no idea he was underneath here, but he is such a great knight. And you know why? Why is he a great knight? Because he goes and he fights what he believes in. He may be a little bit premature in the ways he fights it, immature in how he communicates it, but he still believes in what he believes in. Now, you all had the Seven of Wands that came out earlier, which talks about defensiveness and fighting, standing your ground. So Knight of Swords, in a way, is the same thing. Now, with this Tower Three of Swords combo, yeah, there's some unexpected change, unexpected heartbreak, maybe, but I don't think it's so. I think it's something unexpectedly happening due to some old issues that come back up, and finally fighting for what it is that you want, right? Going after it, what it is that you want. Now, the current state of being, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've got a burden right now, Capricorn, okay? You got a lot of stuff on your plate. You got a lot of stuff you're dealing with, okay? And I feel like it's a mixture of everybody else's bologna and cheese on top of your own. Okay. So you got a lot of bologna and cheese that you're dealing with, other people's bologna and cheese, potentially. But you got a lot of burdens on your back. It's still burdens. What you guys want, though, is the Three of Cups, to get together, celebrate, possibly a reunion for some of you guys out there. This is also, being around people that are supportive. You want to have some sort of support network. I feel like you want some help with what you've got going on your plate there. Like I said, you got a lot of bologna and cheese being dealt with right here. So the thing that's keeping you from being able to reunite with people, connect with others, is the Eight of Pentacles. Work. Whatever you're focusing on, whatever work you're doing, it's standing in the way of you connecting with individuals. I feel like there's a lot of concentration, a lot of focus in a different direction. And it has a lot to do with your heart's desire. I feel like you've been working to get to your heart's desire, right? This is everything you do, guys. It's not just because you like working. Like anybody, I feel like you guys are like everybody else. You don't really care about work too much, right? You like the achievements, you like where it gets you. You see work as a way of, reaching to the top of the mountain. So I feel like with the Nine of Cups coming up here, right? You have a wish and you've been working hard on it. But the thing here is, I feel like the work that you may be doing may be kind of what's keeping you from being able to celebrate or find the person that people that support you, to have your back. And I feel like it is work too that's keeping you from being able to enjoy your life right now. I feel like there's a lot of work that's being done right now, and you're not having a lot of fun. You know what? As I always say, Knight of Wands is the all play, no work, and Knight of Pentacles is all work, no play. And that's what you guys are right now. Because the Tower is coming up. It's time for some radical change. It's time for some things to be shifted. Alright? Because the Three of Swords is coming up. Old issues about what? The Knight of Swords. Being impulsive, fighting, maybe being a little aggressive with people. And I don't know if that's necessarily if you guys are being aggressive, but I do get the sense that, there's just energy here. Energy here that you're working so hard, your back is cramping up, dealing with other people's balonies, and then, you're not having a lot of fun. Well, the advice, y'all, is to have some doggone fun right now. Knight of Wands is coming out. Knight of Wands is all about having fun. Like I said, he's all play, no work. Right now, I feel like you guys have been putting in the effort. You've been doing your diligence. Great. However, you have to connect with people. You haven't celebrated. You're not having a good time with life. It's because you're working so hard on what you want. You're going to get that. You're going to have what you want. But the thing here is, you got to allow for the energies to give you the fun, all right? To give you that dream. You're working so much, you might miss it. So enjoy your life right now. Knight of Wands is definitely telling you that. Now, the Tower is very interesting because it talks about radical change, things happening abruptly. It's in a way, it's the reset button, just as much as the Star is, right? The Star is like the sign of the reset. It's the finishing touch of the reset. This is the reset button right here. So we're gonna knock this tower down. It wasn't really stable to begin with. Let's be gone. This is about building a foundation of some sort, and I feel like you know, this is what you've been fighting for, a solid foundation, a place where you can feel stable and solid and supported by people that you love. Well, how you going to do that? How you going to meet the people if you don't go out there and mingle? All right. So I feel like right now it's time to travel. It's time to do some things that you actually can enjoy, and really, it doesn't put a lot of stress on you, because right now you are overburdened with responsibilities and tasks. That one's, he didn't care. He was like, look, this if it ain't fun, I'm done. You know, pretty much it. If it ain't fun, I'm done. And that's what I feel like. You have to embody the Knight of Wands right now. Potentially because, like I said, you're focusing, you're concentrating, you're doing the do, trying to get to where you want to be. You know, everything's surrounded by your heart's desire, but you're not leaving really much time to really receive. Where's the receptive energy? Now, how you feeling is the Queen of Pentacles. This is your card, so I like to see this as your energy. Men, gentlemen, when you watch this doesn't mean that you're a queen, all right? It doesn't mean that you're a woman. It does mean, though, that you may be thinking about your partner, thinking about a specific somebody. Ladies, you know, this, you know, or whoever, guys, right? This just really indicates the Capricorn, because queens are cardinal signs, Capricorns are cardinal signs, and this is Pentacles. Obviously, Pentacles is Earth. The cardinal sign of Earth is Capricorn. So this is why it's your card. However, this could also indicate here that you could be thinking of somebody else, thinking of somebody that you feel is your other half. You could be really, you know, feeling this other individual. But you also feel very grounded, very responsible, hardworking. She's the hard worker, okay? She works very, very hard. All right. And that's what y'all been doing. That bam, bam. Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Hard-working people. Y'all diligent. Y'all don't see work as work. You just know this is your path. Stability, support, security. You're dedicated. You're tough. You really go into the workplace with a very business mind. Okay. You hammering stuff out. And that's perfect, right? That's a great mindset to have when it comes to work. But this is your love life. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that you're working. I want to see that you're having fun, like the Three of Cups. I want to see that you're connecting with people. I want to see that you're being romantic. I want to see that you're having passion. But right now, all I see is physical stuff, physical, practical thinking. And unless this is sex, no. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is coming up. Queen of Pentacles, there's nothing wrong with her, okay? Especially when it comes to love. She can be very grounded, very committed in everything. You could even feel committed to the person that you're with. You feel very committed in the relationship. But there's been a lot of work, though. And the only way for you to get to the Three of Cups, where there's more people, there's more connections, there's reuniting and celebrating a connection, etc. Peeling away from work is okay. It's all right. Now, the thing here is with your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, very interesting card to have here. Now, it could be that you hope for some more romance, okay? You hope to focus on your heart's desire. You hope to really just gain what you've been wanting to manifest in your life for I don't know how long. You've been working at this. The Eight of Pentacles is not a very fast energy. So whatever you've been doing it for a while. But I feel like you want to be able to offer something to someone, or you want an offer from someone, maybe. This is also potentially someone that you've already known. This could be a friend that, you know, that you have feelings for, or a friend that has feelings for you. But most importantly, guys, this is somebody that has an offer, that's looking to offer, you know, has an offer of love to give. Now, this perhaps you may want to feel more emotionally invested into something, emotionally involved. Because in your outcome, you have the Four of Swords, which is talking about resting, taking a break, pausing for a moment. And this is honestly, I feel like this, after everything I'm seeing, is basically a vacation. You know what I mean? It's a vacation. Taking a step back, reflecting, pausing, meditating, you know, healing, especially. The three of Swords is up here too, remember? So whatever radical change is coming up, it's brought up some old issues, and perhaps the old issues have a lot to do with, you know, the focus in your relationships, where your head is at when you're in relationships, and if it's focusing on building a connection or building an empire. Now, you can do both. It's just about balancing the situation. That's why Temperance came up. It's balance and harmony. Okay, new love is on the way, but there is a lot of, you know, you're standing your ground, you're fighting. It's Seven of Wands. Those three combos that came out in the very beginning those are a different sign. The Temperance card is all about balance. You gotta balance everything out. Okay, you gotta balance all that. And if you could balance all that, then you'd be able to, things will be fine. But what I see here is that a little bit of, you're working too hard right now. You gotta give yourself a little bit of fun. You gotta have a little bit of purge time. You gotta be like loose with it. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your romance angels. Okay. And I feel like the Tower is really talking about just do it. Let friends help you. Right. Let me show you the card first before I just put it away. Let your friends help you. It says, ask for and accept support from others. You can't do it by yourself. Especially if you handle other people's BS, bologna and cheese, or BC rather, bologna and cheese. Then you do need to handle, you need to help, get some help. It's okay. It don't show that you're weak. It don't show that you're incapable of handling stuff. You're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. That's someone that's hard working, someone that don't stop for nobody. She will do what she needs to do when she needs to do it. But she doesn't just, she's smart with it though. I'm not saying you're not smart, but allow yourself to gain some followers or gain some friends to be able to help you with your situation. You got the 10 of Wands. Eventually, you got to put this burden down so that way you can begin something new. That Ace of Cups that was in the beginning too. That's why I feel it was happening. But the Tower is not about radical. It's not just about radical change, right? I feel like really what it's talking about is you doing the radical change. You just flipping the bar. Because right now, who you are is the complete opposite of the Knight of Wands. So why would the Tower come up and you got no Tower energy coming up? Well, nothing really in here, and that really indicates anything, changing your life. Well, I feel like it's because whatever this change is, this radical change is referring to, it's regarding to your actions, what you believe, what you feel. Because I don't honestly feel like you guys really want to work as hard as you are anymore. Not like you have a dream, you know what your dreams are. I feel like you've been working towards them, but I don't know if they're exactly those dreams that you feel like you want nowadays. You're working too hard. You're working way too hard. And then on top of that, I feel like you feel by yourself, feel alone. You feel like you're pushing the heavy weight. You're not enjoying your life. And I don't care how old or how young you feel like you are. You have to enjoy your life at any moment, every time. So when I see this Eight of Pentacles and I see this and I see this, and you have these desires to be like knights, to have a little bit more lighter energy, y'all don't really want to do this kind of hard-working thing anymore. You don't want to be like, constantly bogged down with tasks, responsibilities, and just putting your effort into every damn thing. You want to have a little fun. You want to be a little carefree. You want to let go a little bit. And that's what I see. You want to let go a little bit. You want to have fun. And then especially enjoy the connections that you have with people. And enjoy the love that you have with your partner. Okay, so that's what I see, Capricorn. I don't know about you, but that's what I see. It's like, it's a stereotypical Capricorn situation, but it's not like you're not a stereotypical Capricorn with it. You're not. You're more of like, yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of work. I really would like to have some fun. I really would like to enjoy my life. I would really like to enjoy my relationship a little bit more. The power is in your hands. There's all major arcana, the minor arcana is here. There's no major. The only major arcana is this Tower right here. And I feel like that Tower, well, it's a change of heart, change of thinking, change of stance, and in regards to certain things, you have to initiate this change. You have to do it. Yeah, you're working a lot, but go for what your heart's desire is. That's why this is in the center of this reading. That's why it's in the past energy, but this is the root. The root of it is going with your heart. If your heart ain't following this anymore, that's okay. It is what it is. You're changing. It's okay. Mars retrograde will do that to you. Alright. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with your wisdom of the oracle. Ooh, message in a bottle. Wow, y'all. So, yeah. Message in a bottle is talking about listening, looking out for signs, following your intuition, allowing spirit to contact you in their very mysterious ways by looking at logos, like anything that's significant to you, right? So, it's when that comes up, when the message in the bottle comes up, it talks about, whatever you are experiencing right now, whatever comes your way, That is for you to pretty much see with your own eyes. You experience what you need to experience with that, right? Meaning that there is no absolute, well, there's no one universal truth for everything. You have to really figure out how that applies to you, how that makes you feel, right? Okay, so when something comes up, like let's say you see double digits, what does that mean for you? What were you thinking in that moment, right? What was going through your mind when you were thinking that? And whatever that is, you can either assume that that's confronting it, or however you feel about that number, whatever, right? But this is the universe, or this is your higher self communicating with you, God, or whoever you guys go to gain your information, your wisdom, your intuition, whoever you gain your messages from. So, because this is them reaching out. And if you're headed in the right direction, you're going to see more signs. You're going to see more synchronicities. You're going to see more things slapping into place. But you got to be open to that, of course, right? But most importantly, I feel like you are, because you're not interested in the work thing anymore. You've been doing it for a while. It's not it. You're not interested. All right. But the thing here is, allow your friends to help you. I feel like that's your supernatural friends. But most importantly, let your friends be there for you. If you have some things that you need to wrap up, and you can't, you're doing it by yourself. You can do it by yourself, Capricorn. Everybody knows you can do it by yourself. But let people help you. It's okay. It's all right, y'all. It's okay.